Way! We're
Hello.
back!
Welcome to Wicked Game.
Oh, hi.
I am Lydia. This is Nikki.
She's
is
Lydia.
Tom, I think. I think that's the way that it goes.
I am here.
Tom
Whoa.
did a noise.
That's absolutely me.
She's Lydia.
I'm Lydia. We're here to play Dungeons and Dragons, guys, for you. I mean, for us, but also for you.
You're there.
We do that a lot on Wednesdays. So let's get some announcements done because we want to just jump straight back into this.
Hell yeah.
No Dragon Age tomorrow, but if it's, Michelle and her many talents that you're after, she does streams on Mondays and Fridays over on her channel and Top Banana Jam's channel. So, go there.
Find us.
What else? Mods are incredible. They are Automatic Flash, Sweet Poison, Rooney Runes, Joshy Longlegs. You'll see them in chat. They're incredible. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Here and in Discord. Doing great stuff. Michelle, you're looking at me so intensely.
She's not looking at you.
I'm so sorry. My light isn't working, and I'm
It's like this.
I'm paying attention.
I'll plow on. I'll plow right on.
Please do.
Some other heroes, we're big fans of them. They stream D&D every Sunday and every other Tuesday, but also coming up end of May, Chris is doing some DMing for Roll for Good. So take a look on the social medias and you'll see some of that. It's not the 5e, it's something different, which we always love.
Space.
It's space opera.
Space.
Yeah, love it. Dice and Slice Hoomst we also love. They have, I think the last one they released of our collab with them is episode 7. So go over to wherever you get your pods to enjoy that. And I think the only other thing really is like look out. Fucking look out, because next month we're going to start announcing stuff about our charity week that we
It's our that will be our 2-year anniversary of being affiliated.
Yes.
And yeah, so we're going to be announcing some details, including dates, including streams, including goals, including guests, including all sorts of things. Lydia, I have an announcement that I think we should do that I'd forgotten to mention pre-stream.
I love that. That's
It's
one of my favorite
absolutely a
things.
control thing, and I absolutely am putting my foot down.
It's absolutely not. What it is we just want to say thank you very much to Automatic Flash, Ash / Automatic Dice on Twitter. Ash, drop a link to your Twitter. She made us dice for this campaign.
Look how cute they are.
Look, next to our characters. Look, she made dice.
Little beauty.
Beautiful.
So yeah, Ash, put your dice Twitter and Instagram, or I think it's Automatic Dice on both.
Yes.
Put it in. You've got link approval. Put it in. Yeah, like they're beautiful and lovely, and I strongly suggest following them because they do gorgeous work. Their dice have drastically evolved over the past it's months, like it's barely weeks, like it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's so good.
They're also just incredible persons to do that.
Yeah,
love it. So I think it's time to do a previously on Divisia Sensus. Essentially, our gang have been settling into their first term at the school, the Divisia Sensus. There is a heavy workload, there's extracurriculars, but there's also the prestigious Golden Gryphon Cup, which is given to a group of first years who sort of outdo themselves doing a heroic act. So there's a lot. Sonny has experienced a small amount of hardship for the first time in his life, and he doesn't like it. But he is also currently trying to work out who it is that's giving him his clerical powers, which he did not know who that was. So he's on that journey. We have Agatha, who was sort of a little press ganged into even going to the school in the first place. Most prestigious school in the known world. And she's like, do I have to? But she is juggling a lot with still working in her family's pub. And she's just juggling. She's trying to work out whether she can study and work. And so far the answer is no.
Who needs sleep, right?
Because though I've not been a massive bitch about it, she's not been getting long rests every day. Sort of neither has any of the, well, maybe Sunny has, but Horiath hasn't really either. And that's just because he is fey to the bone. Horiath is the longest. He is the furthest from home, the most fishiest out of water. And
don't say he's the most fishiest, Lydia, please.
He is the fishiest. He certainly turns heads. All the fish heads, and
he's a fishmonger. Tom's playing a fishmonger at a wizard school. He doesn't go. He's the fishmonger for the wizard school. That's Tom's character.
Looking to catch that great white whale.
But the thing that bugs him the most right now, other than just adjusting to this new culture, is that there is a woman in the school who simply hates him, and this he is definitely not used to. So when we sort of finished up the last time, people were studying. Agatha was studying. Sunny was having to crack a fucking book, and they were about to head off into town for some drinks at the Apinie, which is Agatha's home and pub. Nikki, roll the thing. In the heart of Mar Idia, looking over the glittering city of Solaraire, is the world's finest centre of learning, the Divisia Sensus. For centuries, this school has hosted the rich and influential and the greatest minds to have ever lived. Geniuses, leaders, holy figures, and legendary adventurers all had their start here. Though the school is built on old foundations, you won't find more advanced facilities for the arcane, alchemical, artistic, or academic, all behind powerful wards. The Divisia Sensus has the finest and most comfortable sanatorium in the known world. We pride ourselves on the care we give to those whose encounter with magic ended with a broken mind. Each year, we instruct students from far and wide in their chosen subjects and the rigors of life at the pinnacle of their field. There is no greater, safer, or more prestigious environment in which to receive an education. Lady Sophronia Apissimos, High Master of Divisia Sensus, welcomes you.
We're back.
There's always such tension waiting as the countdown is the most irregular set of countdowns ever.
It goes from 4 to 7 to 3 to 2.
It's
2.5 somehow.
It's honestly kind of a fun game. I'm into it. So what we're going to do is start with Sunny, who is sitting in cloister dodecha with a book open on his lap. The book being a thick tome that he spent 20 whole gold on, a story of somebody called Kimber. Now, you had got up to the point in the story so far, which was really just a couple of pages when you were reading it previously in the chapel, a story of a young woman who rejected this sort of, I mean, you know, it was an arranged marriage with somebody. She was not interested in romantic things whatsoever, but she agreed to meet with this potential husband. And this husband turned out to be keen on, how do I put this? Just seemed to lust after her and want lots of sexual elements of the relationship right off the bat. And she just freaked and backed away and said she didn't want to get married at all and rejected the marriage. And the father was so angry that not only did he exile her, but he stripped her of all her possessions and all of the clothes on her body as he sent her away. And she was terrified. And so you pick the story kind of up, and you are sort of reading these paragraphs where she was afraid for her safety and full of shame. And as she walked, she found that no one could see her nakedness. And she walked straight out of town and into the forest. And as you're reading these pages, you feel someone next to you. That same feeling like hair might be brushing your arm, long hair. You turn, and what you see is this light caramel, like huge amounts of hair, like light caramel skin, and this kind of bread colored hair with a thick fringe, and ears poking out and down from her hair, and like vividly rich pink eyes. And she says, they're missing out all the good bits.
What are the good bits?
Well, you know, when I was like standing there, and I was looking out at my hometown, and I was thinking, you know, I was so frightened, and I kept thinking, someone's going to attack me. I don't know whether to run into an alleyway, but then the thought of being naked in an alleyway was even more frightening. And so I thought, I remember starting to walk down the street, and then I kind of thought to myself, you know, everything that I'm afraid of here is other people's reaction to me. I'm not afraid of my body. I'm not ashamed of my body. I'm frightened because of the way that because people find bodies titillating, but I don't. And I had this kind of realization, and I calmed down, and I just started to walk. And then I realized that people weren't really looking at me. And then I found myself at the market, and the person that I buy bread from all the time said, do you want a loaf? And I said, I don't have any pockets for money. And they said, well, what about the pocket on your coat? And so I realized they could see clothes, and they thought I was wearing clothes. And well, I just kept walking and walked without any kind of harassment at all, out of town and into the wilderness. And I walked into the forest, and it was so beautiful. And eventually I came to this glade, beautiful glade. And I never felt so free, and yet so much like I didn't want to leave this place. And so I slept there. And well, one day I slept there, and then 2 days I slept there, and then I built a little shelter for myself, and then within a month I'd built a little house, and there were travelers that came through, and you know, I eventually made clothes out of like things that were around, but only because it got cold some places, and travelers came, and I made friends with them, and they built little shelters, and eventually my home, my house, it became a hospital and a sanctuary for people who were lost and broken. And It was a place that people could go without any shame or judgment. And, I found that I had some magic. I'd had a little education in magic, but I found that it grew on its own without any more teaching, and I could do things for people. I could help them. I could heal them. I could, we helped people who had broken minds and hearts, and there was some I helped to transform people who needed it. And unfortunately, I'm skipping a couple of chapters here because there's a big bit about all of the stuff I did at the clinic. But with that growth and infamy, people went out and told the story of what I was able to do. And my father found out. And I didn't really know this, but he was sending people like spies to come, and I thought I was healing the sick, but some of them were agents for him, and he couldn't bear it. He couldn't bear that I was no longer a pawn for him to climb a social ladder. So he made great statements that I was doing dangerous necromantic magic and creating a cult of shapeshifters. And he made a militia. They stormed my grove.
You share. Sorry. Oh,
no, that's quite right.
Share.
Yeah.
That's so rough. Sorry, just to clarify, are you Kimber?
I'm Kimber. Hello.
Hi. Sorry, is it Saint Kimber? I'm sorry, I'm so
you can just call me Kimber. You don't need to put the, but it's. I didn't want to kind of make you to make you jump in the chapel. I know that they like things quiet there, but you're alone now, so I thought we could chat.
Yeah. This is so mental. It's so good that you turned a bad situation around, I just think that I was so close to giving up because I just had a bad day, and I just can't even imagine what it's like to be in the situation you were in, and it's just
a lot of the time when you're in a really bad situation, you don't even really think like that. You just do it. You just it's one step after another. Sorry, there's a cat that really needs a lot of fuss.
You need to lift the cat up. Look who's back!
Look who's back!
For too long I have not been on the stream.
Sorry, he's so angry now.
It's just so I suppose I get what you mean, because basically everyone in my cloister is having a properly bad time, or their situation has just been worsened by the situation they're in, and then I'm just having a little bit of a bad time, and I'm losing my shit, and they all seem to be getting on just fine. And I just think that there's levels to it. You have a good time, and then a little bit bad happens, and it's so bad. You know how saying lukewarm tea is worse than no tea. You know what I mean?
I completely get that.
But
I would say this:
nothing than a disappointment.
Yeah, I would say this: that comparison never did anybody any good. It never made anyone any happier. So comparing yourselves to the plight of others is gonna be rotten for you in the long run.
Yeah, I suppose.
I
suppose I never really thought about the long run, just sort of ever. It's just sort of been a day by day, week by week situation.
That's also good. That's a good way of doing things.
I suppose. I mean, I really appreciate you coming here and just having a chat rather than me having to figure it out. So is this you? Is it okay if I wear this? It's hold up.
It is, of course it is. That was where are we?
So we're in Solarea, specifically we're in cloister dodecha of the Divisia Sensus, which is a magic school.
Oh, fun!
I don't know whereabouts are you from?
Oh, that's I'm from Mythenfold, but I think you call it now Ama Edifos?
Mythenfold?
Mythenfold?
Fault, F-A-U-L-T.
Yeah, it's Mythnfalt.
Mythenfold. Oh, it's Emeredifos.
Yeah, I lived in Mythenfold. It was so beautiful, but
Have I been to Edifos?
You would never have crossed over
No.
into the blooded sands.
I don't think so. Yeah, I've heard some stories or something, but like, that's such a shame. It just feels like everything in your life was just like one event caused like a huge like cataclysmic change for you and all the people around you.
Yeah, I mean, for a while there, people who carried my symbol, there were a lot of people that carried my symbol, and I could continue to do miracles, from beyond the grave. But then pretty much nearly every single person that I ever knew or knew my name was killed.
But your dad and his
Well, no, I mean, my dad, that's a different story. I mean, I was killed by my father's militia.
Yeah,
Yes, that is true.
Or you didn't know if he just sort of like it just like kept going. But that's so bad. Is there anybody else that like is like you got any other followers that like maybe I could speak to or something? Just because like I'm so new. Like I really appreciate. I just let's get. Sorry, my name's Sunny, and I really appreciate all the magics. It's so good.
It makes me really happy that I can do that. I'm happy if you're happy.
It's so good, but just like I think part of being at this school and just part of life is maybe just to like try and understand the things that's happening and like I think maybe I don't know if this is my imagination and I'm actually just reading the book and I've just sort of zoned out, or if you're actually here, or if I'm your only like follower, or if there's somebody who can maybe, because like this is all so great, but like I feel like I'm going to be asked so many questions next time I speak to someone who knows what we're talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do my best to fill you in. I mean, I have to say the last person, the person who had that medallion, they were called Rose, and they live in Kolar, and they left the medallion behind in the hopes that someone would pick it up, because they didn't feel like I'll always be friends with her, but I'm going to tell you, it's such a sweet story. She was transitioning and struggling and really struggling to find her place in the world, and something that she would do for herself as a kind of beacon of aspiration was she would go and watch this woman dance in one of those sorts of places, because this woman had so much joy and body liberation, and she would sip a drink for hours and watch this incredible personification of feminine beauty and hope that one day she could feel that comfortable in her skin. And then one day she just thought, I'm going to leave this medallion on this table in the hopes that somebody else finds good in it. And then you picked it up and thought,
cool.
Yeah, you just put that thing around your neck.
I'm not usually like a jewelry person, but like it just seemed like quite fun.
Suits you very well.
Thanks, Kimber. Would it be too much if I just sort of like, what's your like, I don't know how saints work. You know how like gods have like domains and stuff. You know how like Av is the swift maiden and like Brennan looks over the harvest and like Lady Thorn is like love and lust and all those things. Like what's is that same for saints or like?
After I died, and some of the people who worked in the clinic who survived, that's a whole other story. But like, they went to the monarchy of Mythenfold and petitioned for my sainthood. I mean, gosh, nothing to do with me. So embarrassing, if you ask me. But they, after quite a lot of investigating and working out whether it's very complicated. But anyway, I won't bore you with it. But I was simply sainted from beyond the grave. And then, what's interesting is after that, it's other people that assign you what you are the patron saint of.
Right.
So, there's quite people who tend to find comfort in me are people who have body dysmorphia, or they are looking for a change in themselves. There are a lot of, I assumed, although now that I meet you, I don't think that you have any of these things. I think you're simply somebody who's going to bring joy to other people. But sometimes when people pray to me, there's a lot of tieflings in the mix, because they are people who they look a certain way, but their parents don't. And sometimes they find that really hard.
No, I can probably imagine. It's just, like with all things, I've just been sort of like exceptionally lucky in the fact that like my parents are like super chill, and like I actually think that maybe the person that Rose saw was actually my mom, and she's like pretty chill about like just being you and stuff.
Yeah.
And like,
then I think you're the perfect person to wear my medallion.
Okay, it's so much. I appreciate it so much. I tell you something, I might actually sleep tonight, because I was sort of planning on skipping on sleeping, going to the jingle and trying to read more, but this is pretty good. I really appreciate it, Kimber.
It's okay.
And just, just thanks for doing me a solid on both the magic thing and just like fully showing up in my hour of need to just like lay it all bare for me, so to speak. I don't mean anything by that.
I do though, don't I? I do though. I do.
I didn't even notice. No, I just, force of habit, growing up the way I did, I just sort of, it's eye contact. It's pretty much eye contact.
I really
appreciate
every day,
that. Just in case.
What I find is that often when the wrong kind of person sees me, all they see down there are butterflies. So no one can catch a look when they're looking in the wrong way.
Well, I think you're so pretty that you can give anyone butterflies, Kimber.
Honestly, what a sweet thing to say. Thank you. Yes. So patron saint of body dysmorphia, patron saint of people who have no romantic feelings. It's all a bit of a mouthful, but again, it's often got nothing to do with me. I just lived my life, and my life is over. I just, they kind of...
So it's sort of just like being chill and just sort of accepting people for sort of like who they are in and around their own skin and stuff. I can get super on board with that, Kimber. That's like
I'm so glad.
Totally my vibe. Like that's so chill. It's really chill, Kimber. Yeah. And again, it's super chill of you just like fully showing up and just laying it all out. Because I tell you something, I probably wouldn't have found out this for like another month. I actually probably would have just given up.
It's a thick book, and I've got to say, that a few people have read this book. There's a reason why I went back into the secondhand bookshop. There is at least 600 pages on just the accounts of the clinic. Not interesting.
But I tell you what, this is my nighttime reading. I've never been one much for reading, but like I'll get it. Just sort of as like I'm gonna respect your story because you did all this for me. Like.
Oh, that's so sweet. Be careful around page 752-ish. You'll want a stiff drink for that one. It gets a bit rough.
He's gonna just like flick through and find it and just like dog the ear. Just be like, right, I've noted. Again, totally appreciate it. Have you got like somewhere to be? Can I like walk you somewhere or like?
Oh no. I'll just I'll be around and about whenever you need something. I'll do. The closer our relationship gets, the more I could just like, easily
there. It's so tight of you to say that because, like, you know, it's so great because they're just it's like a weight's been lifted on my shoulder, like off my shoulder even because like now I've just got to worry about how I'm gonna like climb up those mountains on the back of Diller because like I think I'm on the right path here. I just need to find the right path there, and then I'm just sort of like, you know, you just got to get back in your groove at some point.
Well, if anyone's good at walking a path,
it's you, because you did it and you found a new space.
Yeah,
love that. Love just so good. Right.
Well, I'll go now, but I'll speak to you soon.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. I don't know why people say reading is for losers. It's so helpful. This is so great.
And she is butterflies that sort of dissipate into the air and disappear.
Sonny's going to put the book under his pillow and then head out towards the Apinie. I appreciate that would have been some time, but yeah.
All right, let's circle back to Agatha.
Agatha.
I'm really regretting leaving the door open to the study because there are so many cats.
It's our time to shine.
I've got a hand. So I don't know.
Just do a whole cat show. Just like the whole rest of the episode is just.
That's one of the charity streams. We're going to get a little cat walk, and we're going to Lily's just going to feed them through a curtain to make them walk down.
Yeah. I'm glad it ended with curtain there. I had a horrible feeling for some reason it was going somewhere else. I don't know.
What? I said
so
functioning didn't work, and someone thought I said fuckable.
I thought Sunny was in the same room as Agatha, but were you back at our dorm?
I was in the dorm, right?
Okay.
You would have been.
That'd be really awkward.
Otherwise, Sunny has gone to Kai's.
Yeah, that's weird.
Cloister, and then sat and read his book, which seems like he's sort of standing guard on Agatha. Which, if you want that to have been the case, but it's a weird vibe. So, Agatha, you are in Kai's Cloister. And now I have questions for you.
Yeah.
Because you came to you've been essentially trying to get your spells into your book. The new ones.
Yeah.
Can you confirm for me that what you're trying to do here is like shift the spells so that they're personalized?
Yes. Yeah. Because if I'm right in thinking I could just copy the spells that my teacher gave me, but I want to prove myself and be like, I can do it.
Yes. So normal spell copying is, as we all know, because we have all read the book from beginning to end, it takes 2 hours per level and 50 gold pieces of supplies per level. So as soon as you go, Kai has already he's laid out the supplies for you. There is ink and parchment ready. He knows that you're coming. That's you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
And part of that is chipped away anyway, because you were given a lot of the supplies by your teacher when they said, look, here are the spells. You've got to sort that out. Yeah. But here's the thing. What I'm going to need from you is what happens over the next few hours. If you are wanting to, essentially finish a sentence. Every wizard, every spellcaster, when they learn a spell and take it on and make it their own, there are slight changes, color changes, whatever. We always do that. It's flavor, it's flair. We love it. We love it. Yeah. But if you're wanting to really make it seem different, which dancing lights to dancing dicks or dancing whatever is a significant shift, you have to completely understand the spell. You have to completely deconstruct it, work out what areas are safe to take out. Because remember, you sort of were playing around at breakfast time and just going, I don't know, let's just try. Let's take this bit of the glyph away and put a different bit back on the sigil. And what the fuck? All kinds of shit could go down. So it takes double the time, and you're going to have to do an Arcana check for me. So if you could roll that for me now, with his help, it does get to be an advantage, but it isn't easy. This is Remember, you've been learning magic for exactly like two to 3 days.
Yeah, who needs more than that? 2-3 days. I'm a professional. Okay, Arcana. I'm rolling Ash's dice. She very kindly gifted me. And it's not a 20, but it is an 18, and I haven't rolled higher than 11 on that dice before, so that's a 22.
Amazing. 22 is enough. You had to get over a 20 though, just for your reference. So this is going to take you more time than you have now, but you could get about halfway through.
Okay.
And I'll say this. You and Kai are working quite like intensely, and this is what you learn about Kai through this time, is that he is insanely gifted at this particular element of magic, of like spell building and construction, and you just see his eyes light up when he's talking about it. Like, he is like, all of that ridiculous facade and like the kindness of it all drops away, and he is simply an enthusiastic nerd. Like, the maths, the physics, the shapes, the hand gestures, everything about it, he is so incredibly excited by. And the fact that you're getting it, he's like, yeah, because then this, and then this, and then, oh my God, because don't forget, like, this line goes with the hand signal when you're like this, and you're like, this guy is really alive with spell construction. So it's kind of an interesting 2 hours. I don't know what you make of that, if you're just like, fucking nerd, or
no, I think Agatha enjoys it, because she's doing that thing of like, why can't you be like this all the time? Like, just care about the things you care about and stop trying to. Agatha really has that thing of like, she hates people who are trying to show off for attention all the time, because she's like, you don't have to do that. Like, she watches her sister do it all the time, and it's like, I think there's an element to it all where she's just like, stop being like fake and stuff. Like, you're great. So
dicks, and what he did was make dicks, you know. So
yeah.
What do your dancing lights look like?
So my initial plan, which I think I'm probably gonna stick with, was to turn them into bumblebees, because I in my head and Agatha's head, it was like, well, if we just make if we just like flip them a bit and change the colors a bit, and then like make them look more like wings, kind of thing. There was
pull that back, make them wings.
Yeah. So I think they look like little glowing bumblebees.
Adorable. And the color, are they realistic color wise? Are they realistic to bumblebees? Are they like mayo bumblebees?
No. Just grey. Just grey. No. I think there's like an orangey yellow to them.
Yeah, cute. Wonderful. Well, you're not quite there yet, but okay. You so you're if you wanted to cast it now, you still got to cast dicks, but you've got a few more.
A horrible amalgamation, like the dicks, but they have bumblebee wings.
It's bees with massive dicks just going, help me.
That's even worse.
Just being like so weighed down by the weight of it. They'd be dicks. Still got the dick spell in your book. So
okay, it's like that. The spell isn't.
Welcome to the Divisia Sensus stream. We're very serious about Dungeons and Dragons.
Super serious. Will I continue to need Kai's help, or is it like he's shown me enough?
He's shown you enough, but you couldn't do it for any of the other spells. Like, you've got to.
No, of course.
You've done that one spell.
Okay, that's fine. I think she's happy with all the others. She will have just copied like normal. It was just that one dancing light spell.
What's your passive? 15. As you're walking out, you feel something on your like canvas messenger bag, and you kind of whip round, and he goes, what? But he was trying to sneak extra ink into your bag, and he's like, no, don't, it's nothing, it's your quill looked like crooked at the edge, so I just thought I'd pop another one. You don't have to.
Agatha's thinking, don't want it, but I really could do with it.
Look, it's no big deal. I always buy extra. I'm meant to be, I want to cover all your extras. Otherwise, it's really expensive. So I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying I don't want you to spend your money on that.
All right. Okay.
And please, will you let me know if you need anything else? I mean, I know you won't, but...
Well, how about this, right? Because she's like hesitating in the door a bit, and she's like, okay, look, I don't want to like be in your debt any more than I am, yeah? So, do you want my advice?
Oh, this is going to hurt. Yes, okay.
Mel, are you seriously interested in her, or do you just want her because everyone else wants her?
No, not really. I mean, look. Look.
I'm looking. I'm real confused right now. I was going to give you advice on her, but like...
Henry and his cloister mate, Henry, like walks out. Henry's keener than me.
Yeah, but that's Henry, innit?
He's like, Henry comes out and his like his shirt's unbuttoned and he's just got a rag to his armpits.
Can I do some sort of like real quick I don't know if insight check is the right thing, but it probably is, of like, okay, is this someone that my sister's actually gonna like, because the information I'm gonna give is like...
Yeah, I mean, that would then, depending on whether you think the looks are more important or personality are more important as to whether it's perception or insight.
Okay. Agatha's more of an insight person. She'll let her sister decide on who's good looking. Let's roll. 14.
What you get is the cold, dead stare of somebody who doesn't see you as a person at all.
All right.
You're pretty sure that Henry might have been one of the many people who put his dirty boxes in your hands on like one of the first days, assuming that you were help.
Yeah, cool. Then Agatha just goes, look, here's my advice for you, Henry. She really loves honey tawny. Anything honey based, she loves it. All right?
Yes, I can do that. Right, I'm going to go to the shop and buy a massive pot of honey and loads of honey tawny. And yes, we'll go there tonight. Kai, we're going to the Apinie tonight. I'm getting laid. Finally. Fuck yeah.
That's my sister you're talking about, yeah?
Whatever. I'm getting fucking laid. And he like walks back like with his armpit rag still like spinning with it.
Can I make another... Nah, I'm not gonna say anything to Kai. I'm just... she fucking hates anything honey based because it's all she gets all the time.
Yeah, I figured that would be the case, but yeah.
All right,
well, that's going to be really fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully it causes a scene, because I think I'm in trouble with my mum, so this will be fun. I'm going to go deal with that.
All right. Well, I will see you in a bit.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Bye, cock blocker. Right.
She tries to think of something to say, and she's just like, "Oh, why?
The problem is, you did literally cockblock.
Just.
You literally just cockblock.
I just struggled so much with the accent. It's just the worst.
Wonderful. So, Hariath, I'll say it's kind of at this point that you guys all might meet in the corridor. Hariath and Nevma, you've been walking from Deca Tessera. Yeah. Sunny, you bump into Ags on in the corridor coming from Dodecha, and you're all.
Oh, all right, you fucks. We're going off to the pub.
Hot dog.
Sorry, it's just been so long. I just completely forgot the accent.
No, sorry, I actually can't do accents.
All right, is everyone all right?
Oh, hi. Yeah. I mean, we are. This is Cole. Is Cole with us?
No.
This isn't Cole.
That's Nevma.
Have you met Nevma?
Hey, how much have you had to drink? No, you're right. How was everyone's free time sort of situation?
I'm nearly there. I nearly make my dancing lights look like beads. I'm so excited, guys.
But you've got them back to normal first, though, yeah?
Let me. And she just casts dancing lights. No.
Oh no!
Not quite.
It's growing. They're growing on me.
Agatha, they are fantastic penises.
Do you think he modelled them on his own?
Yes, I strongly suggest you stop asking those questions. Just sort of don't worry about it.
Sometimes we just don't want the answers that we are going to get, right?
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Now the problem is you've said the question now, and it's just sort of all floating
around.
All of us are thinking about it. Yeah, all of us are thinking about it.
That pink penis in the room,
Right.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the Apinie. You guys coming?
Well, it's funny you should say that because I was also going down there. I met Cole. One of not Agatha's roommates. So
did you not find out not Agatha's name?
I suppose we can just ask Cole, right? When in the Apinie.
To be fair,
I looked at door.
Oh,
it's called Onrakis.
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 Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of funny spelling, so I think it's pronounced Onrakis.
Alright, Onrakis.
Oh fuck! This is gonna be such a problem for me. 1 second. I need to parse this out in my mind before I say it out loud for the first time.
Whilst Nikki figures out how to pronounce the name, I know the answer to this, but do I know that name in any way, shape, or form?
Roll history.
First roll with these gorgeous new dice. That was a 19. Thank you very much, Ash, for that 19. That is a 19.
Say 19 more.
You feel pretty certain you've never heard that name before. But it doesn't come with a surname, which would have been more helpful.
Yeah. Okay, not to worry.
So have you heard of Onrakis before?
I feel like that was so close.
It's on Rackers.
I don't know why you make it sound like you're being Larry about it.
because Lydia, this ain't my mother tongue, and this is not how I speak. So I'm just trying to, I don't think there are many people called on Rackers where this accent's from.
Yeah, you don't know. So
what about yourself, Sonny? Did you get up to much?
Oh, I read a book.
Right.
Nailed it. Problem solved day one. It's just more people should read, really, because it's so good. Because like I started reading, so I found her name's Kimber, right? The saint who gives me my magic. I started reading her story, and then she just showed up and told me the lot. So it's just sort of like, nailed it. Day one is sort of, I say day three, but like, I'm just sort of like metaphorically day one. It's just I read like 3 pages, and then she just rocked up and was like, "Oh, they're missing out on all the good bits," and then she just sort of told me. She skimmed over some of the stuff, so I do need to do more reading. But yeah, her name's Kimber. She's sort of all about just sort of being chill, she's sort of like accepting yourself and like
that
and like
fits you,
like just accepting other people, just sort of like what they is, and like making yourself comfortable in your own skin. So it's pretty good. She's all chill. We get on like great. She's so nice. She just like rocked up.
So let me get this straight. You had like one problem.
2.
You had okay, yeah.
I've got 2 problems,
but one's just fixed and
the
done.
big one's done. Yeah, I just sort of got to work out on how I can do my hobby in this.
Bad days are over.
Yeah, bad day sorted.
Good day now. Yeah.
Well, I just sort of like I maybe need to get like the brain squad together to try and like figure out my other problem. But you guys are the brain squad.
Oh right. Oh,
it's sort of a fun name I came up because you're so smart.
Oh, thanks.
It's like a fun name I just sort of made up. It's off the top of my head.
Sonny, truthfully, that's fantastic. I'm proud of you. That's really.
How was your dancing?
Yeah, it was good. I got paired up with someone. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes.
That's so good. It's so good.
Thank you.
I'd say by this point you're like, you've walked through the school, you're out into the streets of Solaire, and you see, well, you might hear it first depending on what your passive perception is, but you're kind of hearing some calling through the streets, and you see 2 custers walking, sort of basically announcing in various different ways over and over again that people should make sure that they keep to the streets that have the MAC lights on them, and not to stray off the main streets, and to try and travel in groups. But you're essentially walking towards 2 custers who are like, there's not very many people in the streets.
Is one of them Grim?
One of them is not Grim.
Do I recognise either of them? Like, just as a vague thing.
Gimme history.
And after midnight.
Lydia, and just sort of while she's rolling, a MAC light. I assume it's just like a street lamp, right?
Yeah. You don't. I'm going to tell you this. Your character doesn't know what a MAC light is.
I was going to say,
you could ask the local.
Agatha is happy to explain. I rolled a 14 on my history.
Yeah, okay. You have met both of them before. This is
decision.
Is it Brian?
No, I just realized that their names really make them sound like like a detective TV show. This is Frogget and Tanner.
Fuck off, Lydia.
I love them.
Frogget and Tanner. Frogget.
I need to make this TV show immediately. Human woman, like a leather plaited strap around her hair, black hair, tidy bun, very tidy, like leather uniform. She's got pale skin, pale blue eyes, and her name is Mary Frogget. The other one is a male dwarf with
Mary forget, but she didn't forgive.
Male dwarf, blonde hair, short cropped, like the sides are not quite sticking to the pomade that he's put through it. He has like a neck tattoo that's poking up from under his collar, large brown eyes. His name is Spencer Tanner.
Before we get to them then, as Agatha probably realises the confusion.
What's a Maclight? I
Maclight.
never heard this.
They're
Pop quiz for Michelle here. Pop quiz. You play a local, you've got to know that local knowledge.
Yeah, go on, notes.
McNamara lights. Yeah, they're like ages ago. This one of the kids at the school got like murdered. It was real bad. But his parents were like, their parents were super rich, and they didn't want it to happen again. So they paid for all of the lights that we have in the city, basically, so it wouldn't happen again.
I take it their like family name was McNamara.
Was that the magic?
Yeah, it's McNamara family, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's sort of like a memorial safety feature. Which,
Yeah.
you know, that's tight. Like,
it's
big
quite
fan.
Nice.
We're not a fan of like the kid dying, but like, you know.
No, it's that.
I mean, perhaps you would know this. Certainly, Nevma would know it. The lights are. There's really no other city that has this feature because those arcane lights are extremely expensive. Only very rich houses throughout the empire would be fitted with these things, and all the main streets have them in sconces or attached to the side of the wall. It makes the city extremely beautiful, but it also makes it different from all the other cities. Cool.
Love a good sconce. You don't see many outside.
You don't. It makes the city real pretty.
They're right.
And as we're getting nearer, I'm just gonna walk up to Frogget and Tanner. Be like, all right, what's happened? Like, why?
Agatha, hello.
All right.
Yeah. Well, we just want to make sure people. You know, it's like the students. I mean, pardon, but like new students, they don't know. You know, we had a bit of trouble the other night. One of our guys got very badly injured. It's going to take him a while to like recover, and you know, he's going to be off work now for a little bit. Yeah, it's rotten.
It's too heavy-footed.
Was it Grim?
Oh, you know Grim?
No, I do. I sort of. He was the one who. I was there when someone got hurt, and then Grim was the custer. We had like a fun thing. He was like, "I'm fine." I was like, "Oh, fine. How are you? Nice to meet you." He goes, "I'm Grim," and I'm like, "No, you actually look fine." Then he chased after the person who like slit someone's ankles. But like, then we like helped them up and like we sorted them out, and then they took like a lot of. They got. I mean, I don't want to like cast aspersions, but like after having their ankle slit, they're awfully chipper. But yeah, Grim was the person who like chased after the murderer. Awful brave of them to do it by themselves.
You know, we always say you gotta keep with your partner, but his partner was taking a piss. He'll never forgive himself now, because Grim got his ankles cut.
Fuck! What is it about this absolute weirdo slitting ankles?
I don't know. He's new though. That's not normal. We've not had that before.
It's not normal.
And you've not been able to catch him or anything yet.
Well, no, but I mean, Grim. He, you know, off the description from Grim, that's someone that's about 3-4 foot, about 4 foot. You know, they can climb well. Probably magic users because they managed to get away. You know, they got the best of Grim, who's good. Took his sword as well. That is bad. That is not done. And it's sort of at this point that you kind of hear feet behind you, and you turn around, and it's Cole like sprinting to you, and Frogget goes, I mean, this is kind of what I'm talking about. You can't have just one person. You've got to stick to a group, yeah. And it's like as soon as like Cole like stops and is immediately kind of being told off and like tries to just sort of go really small. She's like, you know, you can't be walking around on your own. I know you're, you big and everything, but you won't be so big when someone slashes your ankles and Cole just like looks even more smaller.
It's just so much.
It's all right. Look, they're with us. We'll make sure we stay together, yeah? And anyone else we see on their own, we'll tell them to come with us. Like,
good work. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna if anything happens, give a yell. Me and Tanner are, we're on it.
Yeah.
We're on it,
Right.
Yeah, Froggett and Tanner, always on the case.
You working tonight, Agatha?
Yeah, I'm actually so horrendously late.
Are you working
I'll
tonight?
let you go.
Well, it's a thing. I gotta tell my parents that I can't really work there anymore. Well, not permanently. I just need some time off.
You're coming back though, yeah? Because that's not Mel that's going to be pouring the drinks, is it?
Don't worry. Oh my goodness, I don't think
she puts her thumb in every pint she pulls.
I know.
It's more heads than beer, and in both ways.
I don't know how she does it. I really don't. But no, don't worry. I'll be there for the important stuff, and obviously, Mum and Dad can
But you gotta live your life. I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, it's just
I got to do what I've been wanting to do my whole life. That
was a hard pivot there, mate.
Yeah.
That was a violent.
I was worried because I do like the mead, but on second thoughts, I got to remember, my mum, she makes paper. I didn't want to make paper. I want to be. I love the force.
Right.
Yeah, that does sound better than making paper.
Does it?
I don't know.
We're all agreeing on that, are we?
Well,
right?
I think
it's fine.
It's whatever.
It's not an easy job, How many trees do you see around here to make paper with?
It's being comfortable in who you are, right, Sonny?
Wait, sorry. Right, that's a bit different, but right, yeah, sure.
I'll let you go, shall I?
Yeah. See you later.
Probably more conversation you were thinking
Bye,
about.
Mary. Bye, Spencer.
Hagford, and all of the customers really invested in local business and stuff.
Right, you don't understand yet.
No, I don't.
Some
That's
of
why
the
I'm asking
regulars,
questions.
they specifically request that I pull them their pint of mead.
So that wasn't a custody question. That was
a Mary question.
Right.
That's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were weirdly invested in the personnel of all of the businesses within the city centre.
No.
Right, that makes more sense.
Everyone tries to quit their job. Froggett and Tanner are on the door.
You don't leave, Soloraya.
By the way, Sonny, Agatha, this is Cole. Cole, Sonny, Agatha, you've met Nevma and myself.
Hi, my name's Sonny. He's just said that.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What? No. Nearly.
What?
I didn't say it. Are you coming with us?
Oh, right. She was.
Yes, please.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
I was going to bring my friend, but she didn't want to come. And then I asked my other friend, and she was not ready for that. So it's going to be me, if that's okay.
It's quite all right. We happen to know the best place in town for mead, if that's something that you would like.
We do make the best mead.
Not sure that I've ever.
A different we. That's her and
my family, not
it's not us. We don't make it.
No, they don't make it.
It would be my honor.
Arrived's eyes light up for a second when you say we don't make it. It's like
no. That's Tom's eyes lighting up. Your Ludo is showing.
I think on the way, I just sort of hand back with Cole and kind of do that. I get the sense that this sounds bad, but it's going to be a fairly one-sided conversation, and I want to make Cole as comfortable as possible whilst chatting, whilst with us, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, Cole. I think Cole is happy to answer questions, but yes, is at first shy. You have incited that well naturally, but is sort of eager to connect. So it's not pulling teeth. And you step into that alleyway, through the little courtyard, and into the Apinie, where the first thing that you see is Mel, who is kind of leaning on a table with some people, and turns around and goes, "Oh my God, you are in so much trouble! Fucking hell, Mom!" Tracy comes through the doors at the back and goes,
"Hi, Tracy."
Hi, Tracy.
Do you want me? Oh well. Agatha starts like picking up empty glasses. Like, well, it's quite busy, isn't it?
Axe, get in here.
Yes, Mum.
And you can see like Mel is like skipping behind you, like wanting to be part of it all, and Pete comes out and and as she goes in, Tracy goes, "Mel, bar." She's like, "Mama, I should see bar, Mel."
There's a guy out there really wants to see you. He's coming to see you tonight.
Of course there is. There always is. And she goes back into the bar, and you are just kind of tucked, like it's one of those places where you've got like there's not a door to shut, but you're just in an area where customers don't go. And as soon as you're there, like Pete is sort of your dad is standing next to you, and your mum Tracy immediately turns on you and goes, "Well, we had a visit. Do I need to keep talking about it?"
No, we can stop this conversation right now. Like, I don't
Angela Chari, she was round here a few hours ago. She said you was pretending to be a washerwoman.
I wasn't pretending.
Sticking your beak into other people's business.
Look.
He was going to call a custers.
Yeah, and I said please don't, and I said I'm sorry.
They're good customers. They always get the best mead.
Yeah.
Are you a criminal? What is this school?
I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal. Mum, I'm not a criminal. I just... Look, you remember... Look, George just asked me to check something out. I went to check it out, and like their butler was being like really unhelpful and wouldn't like answer my questions, which were like pretty normal questions. If he thought I was a washerwoman, so I went, all right, well, what if I just pretend to be a washerwoman then? And then so I went around the back, and I wasn't going to do anything wrong, I would have washed the sheets and stuff, so technically I wasn't being a criminal. I would have just been...
You would have washed their sheets? What for? What were you even doing there? Was this about Drunk George? What is it? What?
Look, right? You know those fancy houses? They like if we had a really tall house, yeah, and it was really nice windows. Can you imagine looking out at that view across Soleraia? Yeah,
I've always dreamed of that.
Why would you
also be able to see the planes? That'd be a treat,
wouldn't it? It'd be lovely. So why would you paint over those windows unless you didn't want someone to see in?
She sort of stares at you for a bit, and then she looks to Pete and goes, "Babe, I don't know what you're talking about."
Exactly. And I'm like, she's like opening up her book, and there's like, see this letter? Yeah, like George said she didn't write it. It's a fake letter, but like he's found her poems, yeah, like here. And Mum, I've got to find out. Like, what if this woman's in trouble? Someone in our...
That's like you're talking to her, and she starts like picking at the frayed embroidery on your collar, and like a couple of stray hairs. She just sort of puts them back into you. You sort of lost her a little bit, but Pete is looking at your book. Look, just stay out of people's business.
All right.
They pay everyone in this city as a patron.
Yeah. All right. I know. All right. I won't do it again. I told them I wouldn't do it again. I've just been under a lot of stress, and I think I was just getting a bit, overwhelmed that I couldn't quite think properly.
I suppose that's what happens when you take, chores off drunk George,
Yeah, I did question myself quite a bit, but I just had to find. I needed to know, Mum. He's so sad. He's always so sad, and I thought it might cheer him up. Or
You've had such a big heart, haven't you? Such a big heart.
Thanks. So does this mean I'm not in trouble anymore?
Well, just, they're not going to tell the custers, so it's fine. And I managed to convince her not to tell, the family.
Thank you. Thanks for helping. I really didn't mean to get in trouble.
No, you didn't. You never do. You're a good girl.
Yeah, I try to be. And speaking of, so a couple of my professors came and spoke to me today, and they think I'm actually working a bit too much. They didn't tell me that I need to stop working it or anything, but I was just wondering if just for the year, just while I've got to be at the school studying, if we could maybe I don't know, find someone to cover my shifts, or teach Mel to pour just one decent pint and pull a weight around it.
Wait, what? You want to do even less than you're doing now, but you're still going to come in every day, right?
Well, I was thinking maybe every other day or something.
Wait, what? At this point, Pete kind of goes, look, Trace, I think she's got a point, hasn't she? I mean, we didn't really talk about it properly, did we? Because we got all wrapped up with building the wall back up on that side and covering the damage of what happened to the pub. But, and then that family swooped in, but really we needed to talk it out a little bit more, what it would be like when Agatha, when she went there. We can't expect her to do everything, can we? I mean, you've seen what her timetable looks like, so it's not. Look, Agatha,
yeah,
we're gonna do fine. Don't worry about it. And Tracy behind us wait, but she's coming in still. She's gonna come in still. And your dad is just puts a hand up and goes, we'll talk about this, Agatha. Yeah. We're gonna be fine. Your mother and I, we're 45. We're not ready. We should be working.
Yeah.
We got excited when you started taking a real interest in the work,
Yeah.
But
I do like doing it, and it's not, I'm not, it's not because I'm lazy or anything. I do enjoy doing it, and I am happy to do it. It's just, the professors and stuff, they said and stress and stuff isn't good for when you're learning magic and stuff. And
stress isn't good for it. Your mum just gets starts to get really high pitched, and then she storms. She does a full circle and storms out the other side back into the thing. You just start to hear clanking of bottles, and you turn around for 1 second, and she's put down a mug of ale so hard that the beer comes up and splatters people. And Pete's your dad's look, your mum suddenly, when she saw how well you were doing, she suddenly saw a life where she'd be still a young woman, but getting a tan, traveling. But it's not fair on you. And I know you do the accounts, but it doesn't pass me by that we've not paid you. You know, that big slush fund, the family money, if you need any of it ever, that's you too. Don't tell Mel, because
she'll
but like
nonsense. But thanks, Dad. I appreciate that a lot.
You know how much is in there. I know you're sensible. Like you can draw from that money.
I can still like do the books and stuff because I can do that like in my free time. It's just running backwards and forwards. It's and like late nights and like we get up super early and stuff. I can't really keep doing it.
Look, I'm really happy for you. You know, I think you're going to do real good, and I, selfishly, I know how useful magic can be.
Right? Like I can do and I cast like Mage Hand to just like hold something. I was like, what do I cast?
Oh, you got that already? God, you're doing really well. Why is it blue?
Don't worry about it. It's just a colour in it. It doesn't really matter.
That is fun. That's real fun.
Yeah.
God, that is so you know what? We'll start looking for someone to do full time. We'll start tomorrow. So, and we got it tonight. Don't worry. Just enjoy yourself. Don't your mum's going to be moody for a bit. That's her way. That's her way. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy yourself. You have earned it. But don't go sneaking into people's I mean, if there's a really good reason, then do it.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good reason, but I get what you're saying. Or like, I think I should probably just leave that stuff to my friend because she's real sneaky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
she'll just disappear out of nowhere. She could be here right now, and I'd have no idea.
You've got all the stories now. See, this is the thing. We got to have like family meal, like maybe once a month, and you tell me some stories. I think your mother might have a problem with it, but you tell me some stories about because your life is much more exciting than ours now. I want to hear everything.
All right, I'll tell you. Yeah, all right. Okay, well,
that sounded like a threat.
I'll fucking tell ya. Ags. I'm proud.
Oh, thanks, Dad. And I give him a hug. And I'm like, hey, that new blueberry mead you're making is coming on a treat.
I know, it's the colour that's not right, isn't it?
It is a horrid colour.
I want it to be that kind of, like a midnight kind of colour, but it comes out brown.
Yeah, it's not good brown either. It's not golden.
It's a real dark, like sludgy brown. Not happy with it, but we'll get there. The taste is right there, as always. It's just a matter of
using the fruit instead of the branches.
I'm sorry, I didn't. Who's giving me fucking advice?
It's me, the brewery mouse. It's like Ratatouille, but for beer.
Wait, you say my dad, Pete's being punctured
because they only need to be burped every now and again. The mouse doesn't need to control someone.
Oh, right.
He secretly is making all of the meat.
Okay.
Ludo got polymorphed years ago. He's been cursed to live his life as a brewery mouse.
All right, thanks, Dad. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have a drink with my friends, and then I might get an early night or something.
Yeah, and you don't need to You don't even need to tell us. Just don't I don't want to see your face around here unless you wanna.
Right, how about this? If you get real desperate, just send me either get a message to me at school, and if you've got a busy night coming up, just let me know and I'll come. I will.
I mean, safe day isn't even for another month or anything, so.
Oh yeah, I'll do the holidays and stuff, of course.
Yeah, safe day's nuts. We will need you. I'm not going to lie. If you can put that day aside, I'd love that because
it's not a problem.
We need security and all sorts for that day. Anyway, you enjoy your night. Yeah, there's been some kids went missing.
What?
We put some signs up. It's right at the end of the thing. Do you want to go and take a look?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, lead with the... Oh, I was in trouble.
We've had a lot to talk about, but we put this. I don't know. Tracy thought don't put the signs up because it's depressing when people are drinking. But I just think it's kids, man.
Yeah. Imagine if I went missing. This place.
I don't want to think about that. No, not my girl. No.
How did this family have conversations? They're just incredibly cavalier to say, what about this awful thing? Yeah, it could be worse though. Could be even more emotionally devastating.
That's people who work in bars.
Yeah.
They are wiping drinks while they're talking about who's died on the street, you know?
How fucking dare you say that you want to drop some hours? Oh, by the way, there's a bunch of kids that have died.
What if it was me that died?
You know, it's fun conversation stuff.
Don't you dare even talk about you dying
or quitting.
Yeah, and I'll go look over at the thing, and I'm just trying to avoid Tracy and keep an eye on what Mel's doing because she's going to be gloating for sure.
Well, Mel is really stomping, like proper, like the Sims when they're angry, like like she's carrying trays, but she's like angry that she has to actually put her back into it. But yeah,
what a ding dong moulare.
Sim speak is great.
Fantasy Simlish.
Cool. Right, so everybody else, you've seen them sort of disappear off, and you have perhaps ordered drinks.
Yeah. I think as Harith takes a sip, he just turns to Sunny and goes, I mean, it tastes incredible, but it looks like shit.
Yeah, it's just like, I actually just think if they just didn't sell it in glasses and just sort of like in wooden or like metal tankards, so you couldn't see it until you was already drinking it, they might be better off. But you know, seeing the brown foam come out the taps, it's rough. It's so rough.
It does look a little bit like sandy poo.
Yeah, it's the plop sound when they first open the tap, and it's because of all like the sediment. It's so rough.
What do you think, Cole? Are you enjoying it?
Cole's taking some sips.
I absolutely bought the round, by the way. If you want to just let me know money wise.
That would be, I mean, you would have bought a pitcher, which would have come to a silver piece.
That's cheap for art.
That's cheap for art.
Yeah,
pitcher. Fucking wanker.
Yeah, Cole loves it. Doesn't care that it looks weird. Just thinks it's fucking delicious.
Good.
So yeah.
So tell me, what are your primary, secondary? What's going on? Talk Cole to me.
I am via Genasi, and my primary is fighting.
Sick.
And I am a scholarship. I have a scholarship, and
so what's that?
I got a special prize.
That's so cool.
Thank you. And so did everyone else in my cloister.
Oh wow!
Who's your competition winners?
Somewhat.
That's so sick.
Yeah. But it was. Did you hear about the scholarship? You must have. Everyone has Did you not hear about what happened?
No.
I mean, have we? I don't think I've.
Should I?
Probably not. I think you guys have been quite dodecha focused.
Dodecha.
Do I need to check see if I also won a competition?
I think you would know. There was only meant to be one scholarship, but then when we were all competing with each other for the scholarship, the school was. It was a lot. A lot of people died. There was Yeah.
Oh wow.
So then we were kind of said, they sort of said, you did really well killing all of the zombies. So the big eye.
What? You were zombies?
Yeah. It was like it was, who would tell the story better is Onra, but she's not here. But she'll tell the story really well.
Hey, you're telling it fantastically. Tell me.
Yeah,
I mean, is this just something that the school does each year? And I look at
they seemed shocked. They seemed really shocked and concerned. And now it's this big thing. There's a lot of scholarship students, but we earn our place here.
It sounds like it because you won the zombie killing competition. That's so good.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing for your Golden Gryphon Cup?
We don't really have many plans. I mean, Sunny has a.
Let me show you. He just pulls out the scrap of paper from inside his like long jacket and just rolls out Plan B. So this is just sort of what we're thinking at the moment. It's sort of basically a big jump.
This is the right person.
So this is. Do you know what a marmo is? So fuck. It's like essential. Like so, basically, it's this creature, right? That like they pull you along on like a board or something. Like so, I used to ride a sandboard, but faster and scalier, and they curl up into a ball sometimes. I used to ride a sandboard where I'm from, but like I can't really ride that here, so I need to sort of like figure that whole thing out. But I thought maybe it could go really fast and then jump from one mountain to another. Like, but we would do magic spells on the morrow to make sure it was okay. But I would land on the other side, like, but no magic on me. Pure just jump. It's one big jump.
So we've got a lot to plan.
It's a lot. I don't know how we're going to get all the wood up the mountains to build the ramp.
It's a lot of things to think about.
Yeah, it's so much.
I wish we had a local idea like that.
Who was yours? You go far?
Well, we had a really good idea, but I don't think we're going to be able to do anything for the Golden Gryphon Cup now.
Oh no!
Why not?
Because we're
so good at winning competitions,
and our idea is really good, but none of us, we're all scholarship students and we can't afford the travel. We would need to, for our idea, we would need to actually go to Kalak Yolas for a day and then come back and then go all the way across to a whole other place, like far, far, far east. And we definitely can't, none of us can afford teleportation. And if we go by land, we'll miss half the year just in travel alone. So
how far east? Because I've traveled a lot.
Well, we'd have to go to the very furthest point of Epholomos and then go into Ama Edifos. But we don't know the exact location yet. That's why we need to go to Cala. Shall I just... I mean, I could just... Do you know... I shouldn't say. I'm feeling like Onra would tell me not to say right now, and
Can I be frank? I don't know what the big deal is with this Golden Gryphon Cup. Is it something that people...
Well, you see, for us, we're here for a year, and it would go a long way to helping us get a second year.
Wait, you're only here for 1 year.
You have to win a scholarship every year.
Yeah. And there will only be one next year. There'll be no more, like, everyone gets a scholarship. So we've just got the 1 year to prove ourselves and try and get the one scholarship next year.
I mean, I look at Sunny and just kind of go,
I'm very happy to have 1 year because that's lots, but...
Cole, I'm just going to go get another round with Sunny from the bar. I will be right back.
As we get up, I'm just going to message Horizon and be like, you don't have to go anywhere else. I can just talk in your head.
That would have been good to know.
No, I talk a lot anyway. And I don't want to scare people into thinking that he could just talk into my head whenever he wants. And it's just sort of like, I like to ease people into the idea.
In that case, we've just decided that we don't need another round. I kind of respond to Sunny.
Is Aim at Edifos, sorry, because I'm from Quillar, right?
Yes, so
and
you've
to
got...
get to Aim at Edifos, you leave from Quillar, like it's the easternmost city?
Pretty much. There are other places you could get to, but Quillar is the capital of Etholomos, so it's the easiest place to teleport to, for sure. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted, because it would have been part of the information that would have been on your like chalkboard of your cloister. I actually can't deal with you. The fucking whiskers tickling me.
Guess who's back?
Mother.
Back again.
I crave attention.
He's always so near me. I love him so much, but he's always so near me, tickling me.
I crave attention lest you beget violence from myself.
Traveling.
Feel my breath.
Mother, look, I'm screaming silently.
It fucking is. That is my existence. Oh my god, but I love him so much. So traveling. The easiest and the cheapest is to travel by the teleportation circles between the school and Kalek Yolas, because they have a thing, and that is 100 gold pieces for 8 people at a time. Traveling to any other place that has a teleportation circle, like major cities, is 500 gold pieces for 8 people. To travel to a place that does not have a teleportation circle, i.e. the transport person is casting teleport, would be 2,000 gold pieces, 2,000 people for 8 gold pieces.
Oregon.
Easy.
The other way around. 2,000 gold pieces for 8 people. I think that's the kind of broad strokes of it, is mostly they try and do teleportation circles. That's why there's then a big price hike. And that's a pretty good price, because you would know, I would think, especially Sunny would know that doing city teleportation circles, just paying like the people who have the teleportation circles, is way more expensive than that. It's thousands and thousands.
When we travel like really far, sometimes what we do is we like teleport to a connecting city and then just sort of like get a carriage from there. Just because like we quite like traveling, like the actual act of traveling.
Is this like, head or is this?
This is all message. This is all message.
Okay, cool.
It's just no, because like I don't want to be that guy. But do you remember I said like we could go to Quillar and then go to Emer-Edifos from Quillar because there's loads of shit there, but I didn't know exactly what we'd have to do. We just have to go there and see. There's so much we definitely need to talk to Nevmer and Agatha about before like we see. But like, what's your vibe? Like, what's your feeling on the situation?
I mean, I don't necessarily know whether I care about this Golden Griffin Cup, but these people seem to need it to keep in school. I mean, are we able to help them out in some way?
Well, I mean, not only do I have like access to quite a lot of resources in Quillar, I also have just literally a stable full of creatures that are bred to like travel along sand, which is
right.
So, like, in theory, maybe, but, like, also, I don't want to take away... maybe this might be really important to Nevmer or Agatha, and, like, I don't want to...
I don't want to just steamroll if they actually want this. But...
but also, there's the possibility of doing it as, like, 2 groups.
And just give them the win.
Like, they can have the win, and we can sort of, like, take, like, a Pyrrhic victory, you know? That's not the word I mean. Moral victory. Is that the word I mean?
It's a big word. I think.
Is that the word I mean?
Not quite.
No,
I don't think
it does because there's no big sacrifice. No.
But beside the point, how long have we been speaking in each other's heads?
I've been speaking in my own head for about 20 years.
Oh, right, okay.
You look back and Nevma is still with Cole, and Nevma's like juggling her daggers, and Cole is like nervously spinning his glaive at
the table.
When they both stood up, she's making a real show of it, and he's just trying to do something to match the energy, but it's a bit like
it's not that it's like a proper spin though. It's where you like just keep passing it like.
They're not talking, but they are certainly connecting via
spinning blades.
Spinning blades.
Vibes. It's pure vibes.
Pure vibes.
And I'd say by the time this has happened, Agatha approaches and is like, "Fuck, that's what's going on at this fucking table."
Spinning a glaive in a bar is fucking.
Right? Can you both stop? This is sort of incredibly dangerous. It's very cool, whatever it is, but like,
Sorry.
It's fine. It's just you've scared off a couple of patrons because I think they were worried they were going to lose an eye. It's fine.
Also, drunk George has been watching now. I think he's going to throw up because of how dizzy he is.
George, stop looking. Just focus on your drink.
He's like, when you got a moment, no.
I mean, am I the only one that? What is the significance of the Golden Griffin Cup? Honestly, like, is it a?
Who are you asking?
Just the table, just in general.
Well, I don't think anyone's betting on it, so I don't know. Sort of like from that perspective, at least I haven't found anyone. No one said anything to me. My dad ain't got nothing on it.
I don't know. Why don't we ask like a second year? Because they'll know. Like,
I mean, you get privileges for next year, and you get accommodations, and it would just make, it would make it kind of be. It would look really good if one were applying for a scholarship.
So the main reason is financial. Is
also, it sets you apart from. I think people, from what I've heard, certainly our mentors said that like it looks, if you're trying to get jobs, it's just having everybody in the world knows about it, and it looks really good it's like a CV thing.
Okay.
And so what's the CV?
But
I've been asking, and no one.
Right. Okay.
But it's not like you're guaranteed to like win a scholarship if you win, though, or is it?
No, because there's one, and there, and there's like 4 people who win the cup, but
yeah, of course, yeah. I don't know.
So just sort of, can we just get like a vibe check on sort of like, we just sort of lay out our goals and aspirations for the year. Where amongst those goals?
Very, very quickly, just make a vibe check on Agatha's reaction to that bit of knowledge, please. Would that be okay? An insight.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a fucking nat 20. Thank you ever so much, Ash, for these incredible dice.
Yeah. I think you can see the cogs whirring in Agatha's head of like someone who's maybe gone, oh wait, this thing could actually benefit me, and then the sudden realization / disappointment that not necessarily, and then a quick let's put that to bed.
Because somebody else is already paying for that. Somebody else is already paying for your tuition.
Only for this year.
Only for this year?
Yeah.
That's information.
Okay, well that
changes everything.
Fair, I don't know that the boys know.
The boys don't know. No, they.
Right.
Well, I don't know. Do you even know that? Like,
I don't know that you know that the chromators have paid.
Yeah,
are we talking character or player here?
Character,
yeah.
Right.
I mean, listen, I've just seen the realization of a scholarship and the packing away, as Michelle has just sort of so succinctly put it. So I've realized that has dawned on me. And I quickly put the kibosh on trying to win it for everyone else.
Sorry, Cole. Sorry, scholarship kids.
Sorry, Cole, but it would
You're
be...
going to take these poor kids all the way to aim at Edifos, and then when they win, you're just going to slit their throats.
Right their noses, isn't it? Yeah, it would be awkward if one of the player characters didn't get into second year, right? Like,
it's not going to be. We're not going to slit their throats. We're going to find out their idea, and we're going to abuse our vast resources and wealth to do it better than them, faster than them, and with efficiency.
Privilege.
Right, but like, why? Do you have an idea? Like, is this what's happening? Like, do you have an idea for the Golden Griffin Cup? Like, because I still think I was planning on going through like Nebula's notes and going through the missing woman stuff again. But like, if you think you got something,
but they like, especially like, they get that. But like, didn't they say you don't want to do it if it looked too local?
No, I think they were saying that like nothing, like really local, really happens.
I suppose.
Right.
But like, someone's having their ankle slit.
Sorry, it's more cat fucking hijinks.
But like, there's an ankle slitter going around, so like, stuff clearly happens.
Yeah.
Is there local stuff? We've sort of realised that we can only do local stuff. So if there's local,
Oh shit! Oh, what if we trade?
I can't be the spokesperson.
No, sorry. I was getting ahead of myself. I just sometimes when I have an idea, I just say it out loud. Otherwise, I forget.
Well,
I forgot to put my hand to my ear to send message.
Well, how about right? Because I'm our idea is still fun, and we don't want to give you too much information because your idea might actually not be very good.
So he just puts his hands over the drawers.
But what about like? Because, well, here's the other thing that's kind of awkward. But I'm like in the same position as them that I wouldn't be able to afford like transport and stuff. But I can come with you if it's
I mean, have there ever been two groups that win it at the same time, or is it only? I mean, if we all went and did something extra good, would we all win it, or would the people who did the best at it win it? Like, it's something to think about at the very least.
I think it's at this point that you just hear a slight commotion over the other side of the room, and you just see Mel pouring honey over Henry's head, and it's so thick it's like really taking its time to like pour into his hair, and he's just like looking around at Kai like, and you lip read somewhat like, what is this bitch's problem? And
you lip read, is this sex?
Is this sex?
Oh god. Does it look like he's going to be like mouthy to Agatha, mouthy to Mel?
For a second, like he's really angry because he like feels his hair and realizes how thick it is and that he's not going to be able to get it out of his like perfectly coiffed hair. But then Kai just puts like his hand on his shoulder and pulls him back and is like, "No, mate, no."
Mates don't let mates be mean to people.
You should put that on a tote bag or something.
I've got several totes. Every time I go on holiday, I get a tote.
Agatha's just really enjoying watching Henry struggle in this situation, and hopefully Mel also be like annoyed. Like her plan was to hopefully annoy both of them.
Yeah, well, she is livid because she can't even stay to enjoy it because somebody is still at the bar. Like, you know, I was next. Can you please?
Oh, is anyone on our table waiting for a drink?
No.
You've still working your way through a picture, but you don't have a drink.
I'm just gonna get up at the same time and be like, lean on the bar.
Oh.
Excuse me, miss, I'd really love a drink. I'm quite parched.
Figured out who the first character death is going to be in this.
Can fucking serve yourself, and you can put money in the fucking till as well.
Yeah, so actually that's all right because I don't want a pint pulled by you, and I'm just gonna go around and help myself, and I'll put.
I pull a great pint, and 3 people nearby go.
She holds the cup like this.
Yeah. Every single fingernail gets put in that drink before it's put on the table.
I hate it.
What's the commotion? Is that guy giving you trouble?
They are all, you know, as always, wanting a piece of me. But who brings honey here?
Honey, I'm saying this loud enough for Henry to hear. Honey, don't tell me someone else bought you honey.
I'm sorry, but what kind? I mean, I would take someone from the school.
Aren't they meant to be
no
clever?
brains, no
Yeah,
brains, no imagination? That's the problem, isn't it? They're all maths and numbers and no real brains.
Yeah, not like you, Mel.
I've got street smarts, and I've been told I'm very emotionally intelligent.
I'm just gonna walk away at that comment. Yeah.
She's like wanting to enjoy the moment, but somebody like tugs her, and she's like, oh, I'm fucking doing it.
Yeah, I think Agatha's like in that moment of like, someone's waiting.
Yeah, but you're aware of the fact that wherever you scan your eyes, you scan your eyes across the room, there's always drunk George just like holding his drink, like waiting for you to give him information. Like, I'm politely waiting.
I'm just gonna give him a 1 minute. Guys. So like, George is obviously waiting for information. Yeah. Like, what do we think about like? I can't sneak in again because they will, like, my parents might actually kill me, or...
We're not leaving it, though. Come on.
Right, we can't leave it. Like, we can't. I do want to go through your notes, Nevna, and, like, read through the stuff that George gave. But he's, like, waiting for an update. Do I tell him that we're still looking? Or do I tell him to, like... I can't tell him to give up.
We can tell him, but we're not, surely. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean, you guys can stop if you want, but I won't.
No. I feel like we burnt quite a few bridges on our last visit.
That just means we can't, you know, and also we didn't even meet the family, like...
Maybe we need to like find them when they're not at home, so like the staff don't see us.
Or like catch them before they go to the door or something, you know? Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
But
no,
are you and Sunny? Are you on board? You arrived?
Well, so sorry. Just trying to get like a vibe because, like, you know, I wasn't overly fussed about the Golden Griffin Cup or nothing, but it seems like you're really on board with it.
This isn't me necessarily saying this is a Golden Griffin Cup thing.
Because that was my thing. I also don't think this is like necessarily, unless like a lot of stuff reveals itself. Like the information we have at the moment isn't. I'm
not saying like this is our Golden Griffin Cup thing.
This is just a thing we're doing.
That like I think
it's just a thing we're doing.
Yeah,
it's important to you. Then
no. I'm not saying no. I'm just trying to clarify.
Yeah, it's not necessarily
because obviously if it is for the Golden Griffin Cup, we need to take better notes of what we're doing.
Oh, I have been taking notes.
I haven't, and then we also need to like
make notes.
You just need to sort of like build the narrative up around it.
Right.
Because you can't be like, I found this lost artifact that no one knew was missing.
Right, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we need to sort of, like, stoke the fires a bit.
Yeah. All right.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm with you.
Sure.
Look, shall we call George over and let him know that...
Have we got any information?
Well, we can tell him about the windows.
That they're painted?
Yeah.
Do you think he might
feel like,
know that already?
Yeah, I feel like he's got to have at least had a passing glance at the house. It's his lost love. Like, he's got to have at least looked.
I do want to remind you, though, he did ask the girl who serves him food every week to help him out. So he may not have.
Yeah, but because you're capable.
Thanks, Sonny. But like I'm just saying he may not have thought that through. But he is.
Just wing over a holding email and just be like, I received your email and I'll get back to you in 3 to 5 working days.
Well, shall I bring him over?
All round.
No, sorry. I said what I meant was messenger snail. Sorry.
Shall I bring him over, or do you want me to go speak to him?
I actually don't really want to speak to him.
All right, I'll go speak to him. If anyone wants to join me. Also, like another thing, apparently some like kids have gone missing, and there's like posters at the end of the bar.
Cole like stands up and walks over to the end of the bar.
I think I will too.
And I'll
That
go
sounds-
speak to George.
Yeah,
Yankee
we're
as
going to go
fuck.
look at posters of missing children.
I'm going to drag Nevma with me because I'm like, don't
Well, I
leave me
don't
alone.
know. All right. Okay, so yeah, George is just like there. He's like watching you approach awkwardly, and then you sit. So I realized, you didn't really tell me anything when you came in my shop earlier.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Can't talk about it too loudly because my mum is real like pissed off at me at the moment, and like I just got told off for it. But like, we went to the house, and they told us that like she's they've seen her and the kids and everything, but Nesma snuck up and like there's like windows that are like blacked out and like bars across the window, which feels weird. And George, I'm not saying this to like get your hopes up because it can still be that she did just leave, but I'm just letting you know we're not giving up yet, but we don't have anything solid yet.
She wouldn't have though, like don't you? She would not have married somebody else.
Yeah. And Agatha's just taking George in, and like the George she knows has sat at the bar for like the last however many years.
He's just pickled himself for 25 years. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, yeah, of course. Don't give up yet. We are looking into it.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna. I've still got 20 gold, so I'm gonna stay here.
You've got 20.
Did he say that because that's how much Sonny spent on the book?
Oh, that is sweet.
Well, he's getting shit faced tonight.
Yeah.
That's him.
He's gonna die. He
Oh.
can't drink 20 goals worth of alcohol.
A picture of the silver.
He's got the spoons on fucking ladies' night, and he's got fucking two fish bowls for a $5 of fucking Purple Rain.
The saddest Purple Rains ever. Oh.
Well, George, how about you put some of that money towards like a new, like a nice suit or something? Because if this is
my good suit. I bought this when I went to the house to go and talk to her parents.
Yeah, but that had some like bad vibes with it. So maybe you want like something fresh and made within the last 20 years.
He like lifts his arm to like look at it. It's just yellow staining around the shirts, and it's old. Right, I'll think on.
All right, you think on that.
You yourself with your friends.
All right, George, don't speak to me like that.
I'm just saying, have a lovely evening. Thanks for your help.
Just everything he says from now on, because he realised how rude it was to us to hand wave. I hope you have a wonderful night.
Yeah, all right.
Every now and then over the course of the night, he sort of looks over and goes,
Alright.
Drunk George reminds me of. He feels like a character from a Beautiful South song.
Oh God, he fucking is as well.
And then I'll go sit back at a table with Nevma, and I'm just gonna open up my book and be looking through everything.
Meanwhile, the three of us are just like.
It's, do you know what it is, Tom? It's you're pissed and you're at McDonald's and you're trying to read the menu, but the actual full menu is sort of like a foot behind this thing and against the sidewall. So we're all stood at the fucking sidewall and the staff are just watching us. Do you reckon they do a half pounder?
There are 2 posters for. They are not like they are. Drawn hastily on the back of other posters, and
2 for 1.
Should have gone into that paper business, mate.
and they inform you that
everything in this place is on double-sided paper because there is just half the amount of paper they need.
Her poor mum's just sat in the shop, just going.
if only that door went into paper, making paper. So these have hastily drawn pictures of 2 children, one called Freddie, the other one called Sandy, and there is currently no reward, but just information to be given to the custers if you know anything about them. And the pictures are not particularly good pictures. They look like sort of 2 children under 10, human looking, but it's hard to say. Because
any information about sort of like family names or anything like that? Like
no family names. It's
no distinguishing features, anything like that. None of them have got tattoos. None of these 10-year-olds have got tattoos.
Nope.
Like maybe a face tattoo or.
Nope. It's not overly helpful from your perspective. Yeah.
I mean, do you think the 2 occurrences could be related?
With the ankle slitting in the children.
How tall is a 10-year-old?
Depends. I was 1 foot tall.
That was genuinely me asking. I don't.
I mean, how tall were you when you were 10?
Tall. It was a while ago.
Probably about 5.5 foot.
It was that 10 years old? That was a long time ago for me. Not entirely.
What? How old are you, mate?
I mean,
that was 9 years ago for me.
I mean, yeah, 9. Yeah, the equivalent of.
You 21 jump streeting us.
Time, you must know this. Time works differently in the Fae.
I mean, maybe I suppose my mom, she's like 140 odd now, but don't tell her she looks anything older than 121. She will not hear it. She absolutely won't. And no, look at me. Don't say anything. She will put a knife to your throat.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
That's where I get my temper from, you see. My mom.
I mean, is this something that we could look into, or?
I mean, I suppose, but I've got to be honest, Ariath. Between 2 clubs, and I'm now going to have to actually take a secondary, and we're finding this missing woman, and we've got to deal with the interscholastic competitions coming up, right? I've got to figure out how to be pulled by a diller in this terrain, and finding this woman. We've got the Golden Griffin Cup. It's a lot. I'm just one boy. I'm just normal man. I'm just an innocent man.
I'd put a hand on your shoulder commiseratorily.
Look, I'm not saying we won't keep an eye out, but, I think something that often happens, right? Because they said, don't you go to this school doesn't mean you're some big boy, big hotshot in town. It don't mean it's our fault. This is what custodians are here for.
Mm.
Yeah?
Okay.
We'll keep an eye out, and if we find information, we'll hand it over and we'll help, definitely. What I'm saying is, we're not going to take these posters down because we want to be the people to find the children.
It all just seems strangely precipitous.
My dude, it's almost definitely connected.
Mate.
Sorry?
Oh, fuck, it's you. It's Henry. I was just going to ask for a comb.
A what?
Comb. I didn't realise it was you. Never mind.
No. Right, Henry, I need to have a word. I've been thinking, and like, you know, when you were offered the responsibilities that you were given, you like stepped into like a secret covenant with the school to help like those people, and you're like, you know, I think that maybe they said like a lot of stuff happened, and like I'm a few days in, and I'm realizing it's a bit different from normal life, and like, you know, like I don't want to diagnose you with nothing because like I'm in no position to do so, but like I think maybe you've got like a little bit of like survivor's guilt going on, and like maybe you resent the people that are coming in into like the new school because like they're fresh faced and haven't gone through the horrors that you've gone through, and I don't understand that, but I'm trying to get empathy.
Do you not have a comb?
My dude, you're such a dickhead. I'm genuinely trying to empathize with you because like I think maybe you've gone through something and you haven't processed it.
All right, bye plebs. And he leaves, like still raking his fingernails through his honey-soaked hair.
I think I look after him and just go, Sonny, what's a pleb?
It's what people that are like us but are dickheads say about people that are like Agatha and stuff. It's sort of like a mean version of you are less fortunate than me, you know?
I would really like to fight him.
I think, mate. Oh yes, mate.
What happened to?
Fight.
I just need to see Henry and apologise.
Fight.
I have a question. Did he leave? When you said he left, did he just leave these guys, or did he leave?
Oh, he popped out of the door of the pub.
He's taking it outside, mate.
He's
taking it outside.
Yeah. Kai is like sort of still in the establishment.
He's gonna get hurt.
Like,
he's gonna get hurt.
I'm gonna just go out after him.
Yeah, right. Let's go. We're all going.
You see Agatha go out and go, she's gonna fight him. Let's go.
Fight. Right.
All right.
No. Right. This is how fights work here. You cannot get involved. It's 1-on-1 unless one of their mates jumps in, and then it's hell for leather. Right. So you just be ready, but don't jump in. They've got to start the making it uneven first.
I just sort of like unbuckle two of the knives on my belt.
Sonny takes off his sandals.
Just kind of, just like the pop is unlatched, so for easy access kind of thing. I didn't bring my...
You're all like heading towards the door, and there's like a breeze, and then you just sort of see Kai by the door going, this is a lot of energy. What's happening? Aggro.
I don't...
You like look behind you and they're like fucking bloodthirsty.
I don't know. I was like, your friend was like, looked like he was gonna storm off and like maybe walk back on his own, and I was gonna tell him to not walk back on his own.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like with everything that's happening, should be like walking home alone and stuff. But
right. No, that's fair. Let's go and check on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
You step outside and you don't see him. He's already out through the alleyway, the courtyard and the alleyway, and into the street. Are you sort of now heading away? Or you're like taking your stuff with you and going?
Yeah, I think Agatha takes like the customers seriously when they're like, make sure you're like in groups and stuff, and she feels. I think Agatha's not really a prankster person, and she's like having that guilt already of like, oh no. So yeah,
we've got Cole as well.
Yeah, all right. Look, let me just grab my stuff. Oh god, like he really should be like walking around on his own.
I'm just gonna top up everyone's cups with the pictures and just be like, we'll bring them back, Tracy.
Sorry, ma'am.
Oh God! Off you go.
Cole, would you like to join us, or?
I topped up Cole's. Cole's coming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's they're ready.
It's the flow of the evening. You just got to go with it.
What do you guys think I was doing?
Well, actually, I was trying to fight because Horiath wanted to fight him because he was being a dickhead.
Why do you want to... Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. He was being, as Sonny says, a dickhead.
I was really trying. You know, I think maybe he's been through some stuff. We're saying this as we're walking.
Yeah.
I think maybe he's been through some stuff, and I just wanted to say that, like, you know, like maybe the things I said were like they were as a direct result of his action, but maybe I'm understanding that they've come from a place of hurt. But then he just called. He said pleb. He called us a pleb, which you know.
That's right. You are all like puppies.
We're not like puppies.
No.
I'm taller than a puppy, Agatha.
Wait, are puppies angry about people being called plebs?
No, I just, you know, there's just a lot of energy.
You're walking through. You can't see Henry at all.
Oh, actually, I've got damage.
Yeah, you are just walking through the beautifully lit streets, and you can't see you can't see Henry ahead of you.
That's not good.
Well, he might have done like some, you know, we sometimes like race Misty Step back, you know, because walking is boring.
Fuck! I have once left a club off, like just incredibly drunk, and decided that to get home fast, so I'm going to run full speed.
Yeah,
and I'm
everyone's done
so
that.
sweaty, and my feet hurt so much.
Yeah.
But in the morning, like getting there, I was like, "This is such a good idea." Wearing dress suits, sprinting through Chatham Town High Street at like 3 in the morning.
I have only done that when drugs were involved, but.
Agatha, are we going to like check out the house? Not tonight, tomorrow.
Yeah. Like we can.
We're kind of walking back to the school now, and I didn't know maybe if we're gonna like.
What, check it out tomorrow? Or do you want to check it out tonight?
We'll check it out, like like sneaky. Or maybe I could just do that.
No, you can't go off on your own though. Like it's not
What
safe.
about? Like Cole could come with me, or like anybody could come with, or if you're wanting to do this, or like.
I don't know.
We could do it tomorrow. Whatever you think.
No, tonight. Like tonight would be cool. I mean, we're here, and like we tried during the day last time. I don't know. I don't know. I'm feeling real conflicted. I just promised my parents I wouldn't go sneaking into houses again, and I'm already like planning on doing it.
You're not going to sneak into a house, but like, what if instead of sneaking into a house, you like climbed up with me, and then we like threw a stone at the painted window?
Oh yeah, all right. Yeah.
And then like looked in or something.
Like we're just looking for our friend Henry, who is out on his own. And
right, Horiath, come on.
I mean, I'm happy for whatever.
Are you saying we go now?
Like,
I will say, Cole. I don't want to drag you into anything that is.
Oh yeah, you don't.
You can just kind of see the glint of Cole's wide eyes in the.
Is it a positive glint?
It's a. I have no idea what you're talking about. You know, you kind of get the vibe that Cole would do anything to help anybody, but what's hard about this is that Cole does not know what he's investing in. Because he.
What about this, yeah? Like, Sonny, if you're not into it, and Cole, you're not into it, if you just, like, came and just kept each other company and, like, let us know in case...
I never said I weren't into it. I'm just saying, I think maybe, because I don't mean to be rude, but I mean this in that I care about your well-being. You look a bit tired. Horiath looks a bit tired. I know I'm a bit tired because I read some of a book today, right? I think maybe if this is like maybe a tomorrow idea.
How about tomorrow night? Let's do
because I feel like
night.
maybe we've all had a day.
And we can prep for it.
At the very least, yeah, we can
Will you
plan.
tell me about the story on the way home, about what you were going to do, what that is all about?
Oh,
I mean,
better than that, you can come tomorrow.
No. We'll just tell. We'll tell.
Oh no, sorry.
Is Kai still here as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kai's like listening in, going, "What is this fucking hijinks?"
Yeah. How about like this is cloister dodecha stuff.
But like maybe our cloisters can meet over like lunch or dinner tomorrow or something, and we just see how the vibe is in like a wider, because I know it feels like we've put like a lot of information and asked you to speak for your friends, and like I don't want to force that on you.
Yeah. Kai, can I take a look at your spell book?
Now's not the time. We're outside.
I just want to flick through and see if he has anything like invisibility or see what he has that I think could help.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't have prepared. He doesn't have like at the front of the book prepared for the day, but he has bits and pieces that could definitely he has a particular penchant. I'll tell you. Hang on a minute. Give me a quick investigation. Let's be fair.
He's got a particular poncho.
Oh, that was loud.
It was a loud roll. It wasn't a good one. It's a 4 on the dice, but that's a 10.
For goodness sake, Ash.
I'll say this. You open the book and are almost immediately taken aback by
dicks.
So many drawings of dicks.
Summoning spells that give you a churny stomach. He hasn't got any of them prepared for today because they're all at the back, but you start at the back and peel through some of them. And you can see he's actively on edge. It's odd having somebody else's hands on your spell book.
I just close it and give it back to him.
But yeah, there's summon Fae and there's the spell, and you immediately go.
Yeah, Agatha goes a bit pale. Yeah, I think we've all had terrible weird day. Let's chat about it tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Cole, if you'd like to invite the rest of your cloister to dinner, sort of tomorrow, we'd love to spend more time. We've only really been with each other so far, which isn't a
bad thing. And also the people within our classes, and stuff. Does anyone, Kai? Maybe you might know, but does anyone in the school make things? Are there is there people who make things?
There's a forge.
Oh, I don't mean armor or weapons or nothing. I mean what about barding or stuff like that? Or woodwork, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, there's workshops for pretty much everything.
Right. Okay.
What are you wanting? You're just walking up the hill that is towards the school. By this time, you're sort of coming out of the city area.
Well,
tell me what you're thinking. I'll see what I can.
Do you know what a marmo is?
Yes, I think I do.
You know what a marmo is? Okay, right.
It's like a big armadillo, isn't it?
Armadillos keep digging. What was in my backyard?
I don't know what song that is. You've done it multiple times now, and I have no idea what you're singing.
Wait, Tom, you don't know it?
What is that parody?
I don't know the song either.
You guys don't know the song?
You haven't heard it? Oh, we're sending you that later.
Anyway, yeah. So obviously, I've got stables in my hometown, and it's I've got a number of marmos, and there was a brief time we had I can't remember what's the name. What's
Creeth?
The big what?
Creeth,
the big sand mooses.
Creeth.
They're I think when you once described them as like if like a camel, a T-Rex, and a moose were like one animal.
Kangaroo, like bit of like emu, a little bit of moose, a little bit of all sorts.
Yeah. So we once had one of those, but like it just spooked all the marmos, so it's just mostly sort of like a marmo situation. Anyway, so I brought my marmodilla with me because like I wanted to do like mounted racing and stuff, and obviously as you probably know, like you ride a sandboard and get pulled by a marmo, and like they're quite slow when they're just sort of like trotting on feet. So I was thinking maybe we could like create sort of like a leather suit, like a thick leather suit, so that he could like get traction on the mountains and stuff, and then like I would have like a board or like a big wheel or something, so that when I'm pulled along I would also get like traction. I wouldn't just be like hitting rocks.
Yeah, I mean, so right. The barding easy. It'll cost you, but that can quite easily be done. In fact, I bet you there's a student who would like to do it.
Which is sort of what I was hoping if I could. Look, I ain't about just trying to find. I'm not trying to like buy my way through. I want to find someone who's as passionate about this as I am, so we can maybe do some experiments and like find out what works.
You could do that. I bet there's like stables in town. There'd be somebody who would be really, an actual artisan in town that'd be able to sort that out for you. I think the thing that you're going to struggle with more is the board thing. I'm sorry, Ash. I don't know what magic you did on these dice, but I seem to only roll 16s and 20s on this dice.
Which one did you roll?
20.
I feel like we need to steal them from her. Any fight?
I've just realised I've not rolled a single dice today.
Quick, roll or something. Right. I'm just thinking out loud.
Love that. I do that all the time.
I can't say I'm still formulating, but I have a friend who goes to Calaciolas. They have a club there that's arcane rollerblading. And I know they have some kind of substance that they treat the boots with, which helps. Firstly, it helps when there's a skid or something. I don't know because I've never done it and we don't have it here.
Maybe we could do that to my sandboard or something. So
I don't know. All I know is that they will have technology for treating substances that could help you.
Right. So maybe I need to go to Calaciolas and just be like, right, lads. Oh, but it's going to be difficult, though. No, it's going to be difficult. Because you know why I need this? It's because I want to beat them in the race.
Right, so maybe you don't say that, but you could just say, here's the thing.
You saying we do a deception?
No, I don't say you do deception, but here's the thing. I was going to go and see look. Do you know what happened at Calaciolas last?
I have absolutely no idea. Everyone graduated first class.
Almost exactly the opposite.
Everyone failed.
No, a disaster happened at the school. Lots of people died. Bad stuff. That's I won't lie. We've got a lot of transfer students from Calaciolas at the school because people didn't feel safe there anymore. My friend decided to stay, but I was thinking about just saying hello and taking them out for lunch. And I could introduce you to some people and see what the thing is. But we just say that we're thinking maybe of doing rollerblading at Divisia Sensus and
Right, I love this, and I'm fully on board for everything except for the part where I put my feet in boots. I'm more of a sandals guy.
Oh, you don't have to put your feet in boots, but right. If they have, I don't know how it works, but I do know that they fall over a lot, and so I'm just thinking they're just gonna have. I think they're the people to talk to about going fast over any kind of terrain.
Love that. I think that's a great idea. We should probably organise something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cole is walking just behind and goes.
No, see,
You're
that's
right, Cole.
cool. I see. This is why I was like, yeah, we should definitely organise something. It's because what's a trip to Calagullas if 8 people go each time? We might as well get value.
We could all go together.
I mean, if I'm covering, I assume I'm paying to get us there because I appreciate what you're doing, Kai, but I'm not asking you to pay for me. If I'm paying the trip, I might as well get my money's worth. I tell you what, Cole. Why didn't you take that along with the invitation to dinner, and then as sort of like a sweetener, and then we can discuss it later. Sound good? You're saying so few words right now, bud. I just need something more than just...
I don't want to say anything in case it's the wrong thing, but I'm going to go back to Decatessera and...
Right. That's cool. Love that. But... Okay, this is a lot for you, isn't it? Right. Bye, Cole!
He peels off into Decatessera, and... I mean, I thought we were going to speed up with our game, and at some point there'd be and then a week passes. And actually what we've done is we've slowed down to the point where we're actually going through things in real time or slower.
Because fuck the conventions.
It's almost like we're enjoying it.
With you guys at about 6:30 at night, and we finished at about 11 o'clock.
That's 2 levels worth of experience, though, right?
I will say this, because we do log things with using.
Milestone.
I mean, it's milestone, but it's also making alliances and talking and gathering information is all experience. You can go ahead and level up to 2. So, do you want to do your hit points now, please?
Look at us, big boys.
Don't
thank you
fuck me, Ash.
Don't fuck me, Ash.
We want flashes of inspiration, not flashes of bad luck.
Wait.
Not flashes down the pan. There you go. That was a 9.
Flash in the pan is my new tabaxi. Oh no, actually that's a fun name.
Yeah. Thank you, Ash.
Yeah, thanks.
Wait. What's the fucking dice for a cleric?
8.
I need to pick a secondary now. I know who my saint is.
Yep.
I think. Sorry, I'll let you roll.
Do we reroll ones?
Yeah, always.
Thanks.
We do. You don't.
Fucking hell, Ash. Jesus.
What's that?
6.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
That's the average, so that's fine.
We all rolled high, to be fair.
Yeah.
On our respective dice.
Oh no! Apparently, I'm taking fixed HP. I'm okay with that.
Oh. I can't remember what I was going to say.
That might be my fault. You could go back into the character. You might want to change that for later on.
Fuck it.
So I now have 15 hit points.
Exciting. Very, very. You went from 8 to 6. Yeah, that's good.
15. That's really good.
That's good for level 2 wizard.
So again, not exactly a cliffhanger, but we're easing back into things, and we've got big plans for tomorrow.
Big plans.
Sneak into the house.
You're throwing stones into glass windows.
Yes.
And I've got to go to Calagio.
You've got to go
speak to some dudes about making a hoverboard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love this. Yep. Guys, I can learn a healing spell.
You can heal.
Oh my goodness.
There is nothing I won't be able to do.
Also, who else is convinced that Henry's going to get his ankles slit tonight?
Oh, he's going to die.
Poor Henry.
One way or another, he's going to die. No.
Yeah, good job, guys. Good job.
Feels good to be back.
Yeah,
sorry we have gone so slow, Lydia. But
listen, I enjoy it. There's weirdly just so much important stuff to lay down, and then we'll just rip through once.
The first 50 episodes of this campaign are going to be day by day, and then 51 we're going to go through 2 years of school. So
yes. You'll go absolute whiplash of like second to second, and then I'll be like, so it's graduation.
No, I know you want us to go through quicker, but I really enjoy taking it like day by day, hour by hour, because I know they'll get to a point where we can't roleplay every single class or whatever.
Yeah.
But I am enjoying it, and I wouldn't want to miss out on any of like the little RP moments.
They're in this episode, yeah.
Part of the kimono slightly. This is the kind of shit that we have always done. Like our home games.
To be fair, they're 12-hour games, so
they were much longer.
In our tiny fucking flat, sweating buckets.
Here's the thing: 12-hour games. We stayed in the same city for so long because Lydia could not kick us out of it. We're like, let's just stay here.
Yeah, first big city we come to on a grand farscaping adventure. No, we quite like this one actually. Yeah, no, this is the kind of shit that I really, really love, and I also sometimes
really love. I think it was genuinely episode 2 of our podcast when I said parting the kimono, and Tom laughed his fucking ass off, and it's wormed its way in on the monthly basis to our podcast series, and I honestly wouldn't have it any other way. Tom exists with a parted kimono.
I mean, I do. Everyone tells me to keep it closed.
Well, thank you very much, Lydia.
Yeah, welcome. Thanks, Liz.
Thank you very much, everyone. We've got lots to do. Sonny's got to go to another school to try and find something. Reminder, some of the heroes. Check them out. Roll for Good. Search out on Twitter, because Chris met from RPG, Chris, have you got commissions open right now?
If I don't think yet, but soon.
I know you mentioned it might be happening, but Chris met from RPG, they stream on alternating Tuesdays and every Sunday, and there's some interesting stuff is happening in May with lots of guests. Exciting. They're doing like a sci-fi thing, which is very cool. Just check them out. I just said that one. Wicked Slice podcast, the collaboration that we've done, including the Andy Chronicles, because Lydia just refuses to play D&D with us. She had to have a special little session. All that good stuff. No Dragon Age this week. Hopefully back to some semblance of normality moving forwards. I just want to say love to the mods. Ash, thank you again so much for the dice, and just all of your support during genuinely difficult and justifiable life breaks. It means the absolute world. It really does. We love that we can do this, and it kills all of us, literally all of us, every time somebody can't do something, or mental health is a fucking bitch. All of those things. We've got a fantastic Discord. Be a part of it, and early May is when we're going to start announcing. What the fuck? Nightbot needs to calm the fuck down. I will fix that, guys. Questionable judgment. I'll fix Nightbot. We're going to be trickling out information, starting with the charity that it's going to be supporting and the week that it's going to be taking place on. So that's going to be coming out early May, and then from then we're going to reveal some streams and the schedule ahead of time, as well as some more exciting stuff that's coming, because we're going to be better prepared this time. Because when I say I worked through the first 3 days, no, I didn't work. I just had major surgery.
Yes, you still had a bandage on your head last time.
I forgot about that. That won't happen this time, fingers crossed. So lots of exciting stuff's coming. It's this place, as the great Lord Kesha once said, this place about to blow. But thank you very much, everyone. Have a nice evening. Bye.